I am Sarah Porter. I'm the founder of Inspired Minds Tech Group, and including that we have World Summit AI, which is the world's largest AI event, which takes place in October. And I'm here joined by Will Mace, who is the head of a really super cool company called Kindred Futures, who are looking at using open innovation approach in tech for transformation. So Will, can you tell me, first of all, Kindred Futures are said to be redefining the gambling industry using artificial intelligence. So what does that mean? Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, hi. Redefining the gambling industry may be a little generous, but we're trying to use AI in a number of different ways. Firstly, to sort of try and massively enhance the player experience, to personalize it, to give every one of our players a relevant experience for them. We're also looking at using AI for detecting fraud and money laundering, which is in the gambling world something of concern. We're looking at using AI for predictive modeling, and clearly we do spend a lot of time compiling odds and trading sporting events, and to use AI for that significantly enhance our abilities there. Interestingly, we're also using it to try and identify potentially vulnerable customers. There is a very small minority of players that develop a problem with gambling, and the earlier we can identify them, the more effective we can help them. So that's a really exciting application of it. And then most recently, we've launched a conversational chatbot using AI, which allows players to interact with us sort of via messaging channels like Facebook Messenger.
Yeah, okay. So I was just going to ask, at the moment we're in the midst of World Cup fever. And obviously everybody's betting now on England to be the front winners, of course, in a truly British way. How did you talk a little bit there about detecting behaviours and predicting outcomes using your technology? So can you explain to me a little bit more? How does the customer experience, if they're betting currently on the World Cup, change as a result of your technology?
So a couple of different sort of strands to that. One is about personalizing the player experience. So if you come to our website or app, most companies and historically have offered the same experience to every player, whoever they are, whatever their interests are. The websites offer such a broad range of functionality that a lot of it is wasted on individual customers. So if we can use AI to really understand that customer, we can deliver them a service, a product that really works for them. For instance, I like to bet on boxing, tennis and football, and I don't want to see all sorts of other sports or casino games or poker games being pushed at me. So my experience ought to be very different to yours, for instance, if you like to bet on other sports or play poker, for instance. And so we're using AI to ensure that we can give a really relevant, excellent experience to every customer.
Okay, so in terms of, you've mentioned conversational AI, how does that differ from traditional chatbots?
So the early chatbots were sort of very menu driven. It's all about keywords and stock responses. Conversational AI has a natural language capability at its core, so you can interact with it just as you and I are interacting now, using whatever language you use, whatever you, and have a really sort of seamless, natural experience. There's no sort of learning curve. You don't have to learn keywords or command words or anything like that in the way that you had to with the early chatbots. So there's no sort of barrier to adoption.
Okay, so if over 60-70% of the people that we're watching this will be considering implementing AI into their organizations right now, including potentially conversational AI, what would your top 3 tips be for those CEOs and leaders of businesses that are thinking about putting this into their business?
So I think firstly, you're absolutely right to be thinking about it. Conversational interfaces, I believe, over the next 3 to 5 years will massively dent the traditional interfaces like websites and apps and replace them in many, many ways. And we're seeing that more and more in China, which is the sort of leader in this space. But in terms of tips for implementing, the thing that you must always have in your mind is focus on the customer and where you can add value or enhance the customer experience. So don't do it just because you can or because it's cool or you hear this trend is coming. Really work out where you can improve your customer experience, make their interaction with you faster, better, whatever it needs to be, and use conversation to do that. Okay, but also and importantly, I think use certainly your first deployment take a very experimental view on it and use it as a learning opportunity. And expect to have to tweak and tune and iterate what you've done in the first two. The idea of getting a sort of perfect conversational product out there on day one is, I think, probably unachievable. So expect to learn and iterate.
I think that's good advice. So finally, where will Kindred be in the next 5 years? Obviously, you have huge ambitions and big plans. Where do you see the future of your business?
I think, well, I look forward to the day when we can offer a truly personalized service and everybody gets a service that's absolutely relevant to them. But I also see us offering it in a much broader set of channels. So currently websites and apps, but in the future I can see us offering our services in very transactional channels like Alexa. And you can sit on your sofa and say, Alexa, 20 quid on England to win the World Cup. You don't not have to get up. You can just do it seamlessly. But then at the other end of the scale, offering our services in far more immersive channels like virtual reality. There are something like several billion Manchester United fans that live in China and will never get to Old Trafford. So is the next best experience for them a virtual Old Trafford? And from our perspective, how do we put our betting products and services into that virtual experience?
Cool. Sounds really exciting. Will, thank you so much for your time. Cheers.
Cool. Thank you.